tell you what I've got coming. We're going to do a quick unboxing right here. Haven't opened it yet. And show you a few other things. So let's just jump right in. This is going to be fast, I know. If you guys remember right, some of you haven't caught on to the video. Charles gave me this kind of a Christmas, birthday, whatever present. On weekends, I hook up, nice little bass, getting ready to eat it, right? With big girls who swallow. Then we have all the fish species on the back. Nice little cup, mug, whatever. Keeps your drinks cold or hot, whichever you prefer. Comes with the straw. Thanks again, Charles. And let's jump right into this unboxing. And then we'll talk about what I got coming, what I got brewing with BrewTankOutdoors, possibly with Charles. What I have coming might end up with Charles, who knows. So, real quick. This looks like a reel, right? You think reel? It's not a reel. Let me get it unboxed. I just want to show you sometimes what they send me. And the craziest things. Hang on. Oh my God. Okay. I'm trying to do this without knocking the phone camera off. So in all of that mess was this right here. So we'll let the maid pick that up. What is it, you ask? These right here. So I ordered these in hopes that I'm going to like these over what we have on the, mainly the reels that I have all the blue line on. And this lighting is weird in here today. So as you can see, they sent me 4 of these. I don't really like the black. I prefer chrome, so I think they may slide right off. I haven't tried it yet. And I did not realize it came with all this stuff. I want to say this is only $13. Got me all of this with bearings. So that is enough bearings. 8 bearings. You can do 2 different reel on the things. That right there may cost a small fortune if you get them from other places. So cap fell out of that one. Now, if you guys remember the other ones, the other handles, first of all, these are already cut on a real nice, feels real nice shape. I've kind of had to cut the other ones down to my liking that I've come across. But that blue, it's hard to make out in here. That is 2 different shades of blue with a gray. There's a black is missing, and the other ones, these are kind of a lighter tint overall. I'm going to do a better video at some point showing this process on how to, I guess, get stuff and what to do from AliExpress. But first off, I'm going to just see for myself. And I'm afraid these babies may be glued on. I'm afraid they may have done it the right way and glued them on, which is not a big deal because I should be able to change out the cap to a chrome if I want, but I'll have that little black piece that should be flush enough I won't even be able to see it. I'll try to hold it back where you can make it out. What's happening is the lighting of the computer has changed the lighting in here, but those are pretty nice and I like the size. I will try to show you with this because we've got another thing. See that reel? Now which one do you think I ordered? You know I ordered that one, right, with the gold. But we've got the Big Sexy, and it needs a good reel. I've got an Accurate on it now, and I've had the Zillions on it. And I'm just going to use this to show you comparison while I got them up here. So there's the big knobs. I kind of like those cork ones. We've talked about them before. So there is a size comparison. It's pretty much about as big as that, but already trimmed down. I think I'm going to like this real good on basically any, the 4, that's why I got 4, for my carbon lights, right? I'm going to put blue line matching, right? Because we fish like girls around here at Bass and Bonsai. Except when we get beat by girls and then we cry like little boys, right? Alright, anyway. So I think the Big Sexy, and I know you guys are looking at that going, well, that's a 70 size. Yeah. It'll hold plenty of braid. plenty of braid for what I'm going to do with the Big Sexy, which is a medium heavy. So what I got brewing with BrewTank, he's commenting, he's supposed to get hold of me later on tonight about trading me, because I'm getting one of those, which if you guys don't know, I'm going to talk about here in a minute. My Aldebaran 22 for his Geico Pigeon, geicobijin, which is basically the same frame as that. That is the newer style Alpha's frame on the 70 size. You guys have seen it come out now, and I believe the 80 and the 70 Tatula. Same frame. Now the difference in the Tatula is like what is always different between the Tatula and the higher end Daiwas. It's got the full-on spool shaft, so it lets you, I think, get away with the less bearing over here. That's how Shimano kind of gets away with not as many bearings in Daiwa reels. Is it a cheaper way? I guess it's a cheaper way. Is it overall a cheaper or less quality product? I don't know. In my opinion, since I'm sort of a Daiwa guy, I think it is somewhat, but does it function the same and it all works and gets the job done 100%? So if you don't know about these reels, let me talk about them real quick. And they're on AliExpress, and I'm going to put the link at the end of this video. I picked mine up, and one of the reasons why I picked it up was because I got a deal on it. There, if you look it up, and I'll try to show you so you can see how you spell it. Salamandura SVTW70 is the one you want if you want the little one. The other one is based off like the Tatula Elite, Tatula 100 frames are the other ones, right? And there's a 103 and a 150, and I think, don't hold me to it, I think the difference is just a spool, how much line to hold. I'm not 100% sure, because I was not really interested in those. The Real Test did a video on this a while back, but there's only a couple guys got videos on this one now. So I've had the also, so all the Daiwa reels right now you can get that are this size and that frame. They're going to be a little different here and there, definitely different spools. But you've got the Salamandura, the Alphas, Air was the first one. Then you've got the regular Alphas, the Salamandura, so there's three. You've got the Silver Creek, which is the BFS over the Air. Then you have a couple other, I think one other Alphas, but now there's an Alpha's shallow spool, the two silver reels. So that's actually 6 right there. And I believe there's 2 different Tatulas size, 70 and 80. So you're basically, so far you have 8 reels on this frame. And I've already owned a couple. The Air when it first came out. Here recently I sold it to Charles. He has the Silver Creek, and although those were good reels, but I kind of thought, like in my mind, the spool capacity and overall they were kind of one-trick ponies, right? I called them, like, they were real good for ultralight BFS, and that was about it. Then they started coming out with the SV spools and the Tatula spools, hold more line and this kind of stuff. So they kind of come out like basically what some of these Acuras and the Micro Monster, right? Here's a Micro Monster. So you got a deeper spool, real lightweight spool still, and of course the SV is supposed to help you cast easier. Well, so I was not overall impressed with any of that. Like, if you guys know me, for the money that you're going to spend on these, it's hard to beat just spending the cheaper, you know, going the most affordable way, which is in one of these AliExpress reels with the dual spools, and you're only spending anywhere from $65, $75. Well, this thing pops up, and it, scam likely. On my cart, it was only 175 or 8, but then I had a discount for every $40 spent. I got $4 or $5 off. So I got another $15 off. I paid $163. Now I'm going to share you the link. I can't promise you the price is still there. You'll get that price or whatever. But for $163, I couldn't beat getting that. And I needed to find a reel that I really liked for the... kind of talk myself into keeping this big sexy, right? So I'm going to put anywhere from 15 to 20 pound braid on there. I know that'll handle it because I've already done it with this you know, carbon framed reel that is held up just fine. There's no doubt in my mind that that frame will hold up to 20-pound, you know, line, doing whatever you want to with it. It'll hold it, right? It's a Daiwa. Now, if for some reason I don't like it on the Big Sexy, I can always go right back down to basically what I planned on using, or could use it for, in lightweight stuff. Put it on the Teton 661 for throwing shaky heads. It's plenty good enough for a 16th ounce shaky head with the zinkers. It'll throw that a long ways. I know that 100% already. So when I get that one, the first thing I'll probably do with it, you guys know me, single eye style. I'll probably actually use this handle or one just like it. I'll probably put a carbon fiber handle and then one of these gold drag stars to see what it, you know, just add a touch more gold, take away some of that red, and I think I'll actually like it better like that. So anyway, that's the plan. Well, in the meantime, when I was talking to, well, I wasn't talking to, he's been messaging. You guys have seen it in almost every video. He either wants me to give away jackhammer chatterbaits or he wants to trade for this reel since I mentioned that I'm selling it. So the plan is I'm trading the 22 Aldebaran for the Geico Pigeon. Then I'll have basically 2 of those reels. Now Charles has the option if he wants to sell me back the Silver Creek, or if I just talk myself out of that reel and the Geico Pigeon, I may sell him those if he likes that frame real well. And the whole thing will be, because if you guys remember me talking about those, I like the way, for sure, that my Zillion palm's better than these other styles. It's comparable to this. These palm smaller than the Zillion, and they palm about as small as these reels. The downside is there's that V-cut like hump in the middle. And I know I'm getting very nitpicky on how I like, but I mean it's my hobby. I don't have to go out and do it if I don't choose to, so I choose to do it, have the most fun doing it, be the most comfortable. So when I'm looking at rod reel choices, right, some of you guys may just want functionality. If it functions, gets the job done, that's what you want. Well, I look at that, but I'm also looking at the overall aesthetics, how it looks, and the feel. And I'll be honest, the feel has to be there. If I ain't feeling it, I don't care how good it looks, it's probably going to go bye-bye. It's going to get weeded out of my collection. It's one of those things, if I'm out there fishing and it's on my mind, I can feel something either rubbing me the wrong way, something feeling too heavy, something feeling too awkward. It's on its way out. I just know it. I got it in my head. I already know it. As soon as I get something and I go out, it doesn't take me long. It usually takes me to go fishing with it. Some of the stuff is so awkward, I'm like, I don't even really have to fish it. I may go fish it, make a video or two, and I know it's going out. Some of it you just need to get out on the water and use it. And so the only difference I will show you, I just popped in my head. These are on the same frame, if I can get a picture of that reel. I may not be able to get a good side shot of it. Yeah, they don't give a good side shot. But the difference is, I believe all of the Alpha, the Silver Creek, the Air, and maybe even the Alphas themselves, the silver reels. Let me get back to a picture of what part of it in there anyway. Yeah, on your mag adjustment on the side, it's covered and you do it from the bottom like the Zillion, which is an awesome, perfect concept. That's the only downside to this one, and I believe the Tatulas are like that. So this is more just based off the Tatula, but it does have, I believe that's a short shaft, and it has a drag clicker. There's a couple videos on out there. You can go out and watch them. I'll put a video out when I get mine out, but there are already a couple out there. One's in well, I don't know, Chinese, Japanese. It's in a foreign language, and then the other one is a guy that's speaking English and talking about it, and they both show you it's a drag clicker. And I want to say it's got the short shaft, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But it is a cool looking gold. It's got gold accents already, and I don't know why they don't put more of these and didn't stick with the gold colored. Most all your Team Wings originally came out gold, and then they went to silver on a lot of them. So the only thing I'm going to add a drag star and a handle, the drag star gold, and then I want to look for the Daiwa nut. I think they're all the same. You can get gold aluminum ones, and that little bit on the side. Boom, that reel's going to be done. So anyway, stay tuned. I'll go into more detail later on, especially when it comes in. We'll go through it. We'll get it on, and I may even test it out on both, you know, for like how capable it is on BFS with that smaller SV spool, how well it handles the big stuff throughout next season as we get it. But then I also may end up just like the Aldebaran 22 that I just find there's something I don't like about it. Because out of all the higher end reels I have, there's nothing compares to the Zillion. I can throw lightweight stuff. I can't go true ultralight BFS, but I can get close. And I can throw as big a stuff as far as I want to throw it. So it is very hard for me to try to make a purchase other than another Zillion when I'm spending anywhere over 100 up to, you know, closer to that $200 range. That thing, I've been looking at it for $199, debating about it ever since I got the Big Sexy, but once it popped in for that price, I couldn't turn it down. We'll do a review on it, check it out, see what it does. And the Geico Pigeon, I was just curious about trying it out compared to the other variants since I've tried all the other BFS ones, right? So the 22 Aldebaran is just sitting around here, so I'll make a deal with that, get it going, and all that. So what else do I plan on buying? Nothing. What I plan on doing, and I'll give you a little heads up now, and I'm going to have a separate live stream talking completely about it. I think I am done, other than playing around with these little variants of the alphas, on all of my fishing gear, right? Rods, reels, line. I already know what line I want. I might need to get a little bit more. I've already done reviews on it. If you guys don't know, real quick heads up. Proberos and Hercules line, along with this line, I've never had any issue with. At the moment, if you had to ask me my favorite, it'd be this Angry Fish, this right here. You can get it in purple, blue, I want to say black and green, something like that. You can't get it in camo. I like the camo in the Proberos and the Hercules. If I had to pick one line to fish all the time, I would just stick with Hercules. It's way cheaper braid than you can get on anywhere here in the States, and it's a very good line. But I've tried this in that purple on a couple different reels for, I don't know, a couple months maybe, and I have not had an issue with it yet either. So all the braid fades out on any time, in my opinion anyway. When you get a brighter color, all that braid fades fairly quick. Back when I was running the Power Pro Vermilion Red, fades pretty quick. I think the Suffix may be some of the best stuff, but it all fades. But the Suffix is good line too. I've also used the Suffix, the Power Pro. But I'm telling you right now, the Hercules, the Proberos, and now this new Angry Fish Diamonate P8X8, that's a good line. So, what I'm going to focus on, and I'll be putting videos on it, now it's time. I've showed you cheap baits on AliExpress. Now I'm going to start fine-tuning, and I'll show you the baits I already have that I feel you have to have, no matter the price of the bait, and we'll go more into depth on that. And I'm also going to go searching out for a few more baits here and there, right? Just ever increasing your arsenal and your tactics and just how you approach fishing with the best thing possible for when the bite's tough, which we all know right now. Shaky head with the zinkers and the jig are hard to beat. I got those videos coming out. You'll see me and Charles got on some fish. But as I get out of here, what's rattling around in my head are a rattle trap bite. I feel I struggled on two things this year. A good rattle trap bite that lasted any period of time. Me and Matt got on them for like 2 weeks with rattle traps like crazy. The year before and the year before that, I felt like I had them dialed in with the... oh, shoot, I already forget about the hard knocker. The hard knockers in the white or the Toledo Gold, it was like that 1-2 punch. I could get on, you know, I could catch some rattle trap fish periodically all over, but now it's, I don't know. So I might jump into, I keep hearing about the LV 500 or something just a little heavier, but I feel a 3/4 ounce. I have not had any luck, and I still don't really care for the red eye shads. I've tried some of those. So I'm going to dive a little deeper into rattle trap hole. I've tried the one from AliExpress. Had luck with it right off the bat, and then those seem to suck right now. But all my rattle traps have. And my topwater bite is a little off. I don't know why. Probably because I just need to go back throwing a whopper ploppers, because those do work. A popper and a whopper plopper, about the only two topwater baits you need. Going faster, covering water with the whopper plopper, slowing down little pockets, holes, throw a popper. Pretty much topwater's done, right? We got on that buzzbait bite a couple weekends, but buzzbaits in general, I feel there's usually something better to throw than a buzz bait, but they have their time and place. So, all right, guys, a lot more coming as far as also skirted baits, you know, because I throw a buzz bait in there too with the spinner bait, a buzz bait, chatter bait, a jig, right? Any of your skirted jigs, those kind of baits that fall into, you know, separate from a lot of your hard baits. They're not really soft plastic, but they're different than a hard bait. So I'm going to dive into that rabbit hole a little bit on a few upcoming videos, live streams and all. So I'm out of here. Gotta go. Thanks for watching, guys.